How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we're doing something a little bit fun. We're going to take a look at some of the first penny stocks I ever talked about on the channel and talk about if you had put in money in equal distributions into these companies, what you would have now. So we have some winners, we have some losers. It kind of shows you the risks and rewards of penny stocks. So I'll hit on those in just a second, but before we do, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button too. I would really appreciate that. Also, if you want the link down there to Webull, you can get up to $3,700 if you deposit $100. Make sure you deposit the $100 though to get those free stocks, and you can start trading on a platform that I really like using. Also, there's a link down there to Patreon. If you want to know exactly what I'm buying and selling, right when I do it, we were up a lot on a couple penny stocks last week. We've been buying some long-term stocks too. We've seen great gains, like amazing gains in some of these penny stocks that we've been buying recently. And the video that we're doing today is on stocks I talked about 7 months ago. So we're not going to include any of the ones that we've been buying that have done really well recently. We're just talking about some of the first ones I talked about on the channel. So let's take a look. If we just look at my first penny stock video, you can see the channel content has gone a lot better. First of all, look at that face. Second of all, hair's not even in the shot. So really bad camera work there. Hopefully we don't have that too much more anymore. But I put up 5 stocks to watch this week. Now, I did not say that they were ones that I would necessarily buy. And I'm only going to include 4 into what we're doing today because the 5th one I talked about, I believe it. Let's see if I can pull it up here. It's Genius. I talked about Genius, but I said that I didn't really like it because it had gone up too fast. They had done a share offering back when it was only 30 cents, and it had gone up to $9 after that, which I thought was insane that the company was selling shares at such a deep discount and then went up. They didn't even think they were worth that much. So I thought it was too expensive still. I said that maybe I would consider it around $1 to $2. It's right in that range now, so I'm not going to include it because I said that I wasn't really looking at it that deeply because it had to fall a lot more. Now, there's some other stocks that did well. There's some other stocks that did poorly. The first stock on this list that I talked about is NAT. And this was one that I liked. It's a tanker stock. I had liked it at the time. I ended up selling out of it. I think I sold out for a slight profit. I could be wrong though, but I think between the dividends and everything, I did sell out for a slight profit. But now it is at $2.87 or $2.89 afterwards. And in this scenario, we're just going to imagine that I put $250 in each of these 4 stocks, so I put $1,000 in all of them. Now, I'll get to the returns here in a second, but then we're going to take a look at the next one, which might surprise some people, but I was talking about PLNHF at $1.78 in this video. Now, I talked about it, I think, even before this, but I'm just taking what we talked about it here. If you look up PLNHF, that's Planet 13. This is one that I still hold now. This is one that I've held for a while. It's at $5.57 now. So a pretty good increase actually in that one. If we go on to the next one is Genius. So we're skipping over that one. Again, I said I wasn't looking at it really deeply at that point. We also have Seoxy, which is the next one that did not do great. And then we have a big winner here in a second. But we have Seoxy stock. I'm not sure if I saw. Yeah, so it's Seoxy or Celo. This is a Brazilian credit and debit card operator. This one had gone down a decent amount. It was at 94 cents at this point. Now it's at 71 cents. So not a great return. Pretty bad, honestly, because we lost a decent amount of money. But the last one is one that really helps out this portfolio in this scenario. It's Plug Power. So I was talking about it at $5.29. I didn't end up buying it. I really didn't buy many penny stocks back around this time. Plug Power was one that I don't think anyone thought would do this well. And maybe you did. Maybe you took out a large position when it was $5, but it was on my radar. Now it's about $67, $66. And this is in the hydrogen fuel space now. And this one has blown up. So if we had put $250 into these 4 stocks that we talked about, NAT lost 36%. It would have turned to 160 from the 250 originally. So not a good return. But there are dividends that I didn't include in there. They paid a very nice dividend, several quarters in there. And this is just over 7 months, remember. So that would bring it up probably I think they were paying around 5% yield per quarter for a couple quarters. So that would probably bring it up a little bit, but we're not going to include that. PLNHF would have gone up 212% since we bought it, and it would go from $250 up to about $530. So a nice return there. Now CELO went down about 24%, and that one would go from about 250 to 190. And again, this was when I was not very knowledgeable in the penny stock space. Like I had not done nearly as much research. I was not used to it as much. So I think I would have cut my losses on some of these beforehand. Like NAT, I did sell out for a profit. I did hold it, and I think I actually sold out for a profit when you account for dividends. But then the last one is Plug Power. Plug Power blows up this portfolio. Plug Power is up 1,164% since I talked about it in this video. It would go from 250 up to 2,910. So overall, the portfolio would have turned from $1,000 up to $3,790 in about 6 months. Now, this is a 279% return in that time. Now, like I said, I was not smart enough to invest in Plug Power back at this time. But even without that, even if you just took PLNHF, which I still hold today, NAT and CELO, let's say I just bought those three, I still would be up about 15%, 10 to 15%. It would go from 750 up to 880, which is still a pretty good return, honestly. That's a really good return. That is what happened. I just thought it'd be kind of a fun thing to do, to take a look back, see what we were talking about. And honestly, I was going to do this video. I didn't know what we talked about. I knew that we had talked about Plug Power, but I did not realize how much it had gone up since then. I didn't realize that I talked about Planet 13. I didn't realize that I had talked about those other stocks that were down until I started looking at it. But I was going to do the video no matter what. If you guys want to know what we're buying now in terms of penny stocks, I'll just show you some of the ones recently that we've been buying. Sens is one of them. And again, if you want to join the Discord group or the Patreon group down below, so you can know exactly when I buy and sell these stocks and why I'm doing it and stuff like that, definitely check it out. Sens we bought at $1.70, and then we bought more at $1.50. We actually averaged down, and now it is up to $2.62, and that's in about a week. We bought TMDI when it was just about $2.38. Now it went up drastically and went down. We held through it. We were smart enough to hold on to it after it dropped down. Now it's at $2.79. And we bought BNGO when it was $1.25, maybe about a month ago. Yeah, so it was $1.25 when we bought it, and we've ridden it up about 600 something percent, and it's actually up after hours too. So about 700% or so. And, we are buying penny stocks every once in a while. If you guys want to check that out, we've been buying penny stocks usually every week or something like that, but I'm not guaranteeing that we will, but that's just been what's working really well for us recently. So again, if you want to check out that link, definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see a video on another penny stock that I just reviewed earlier, definitely check out this video here. A lot of people are talking about this company. Thanks.